Joey Logano absolutely snatched a race win Sunday in Las Vegas with a massive gamble late in the race. But how he did it infuriated Christopher Bell, and it shapes up NASCAR for a crazy final in Phoenix next month. I mean, are you kidding me? Joey Logano lucked himself into the round of 8 and he's now on his road to the Championship 4 to win his third NASCAR title. Who could have seen this coming? 1 week ago, Joey Logano believed his season was over. Then, Alex Bowman was disqualified from the Roval after post-race inspection. And now Logano is locked into Phoenix after an absolute steal of a win. Logano wins in Las Vegas, just as he did in 2018 and 2022, and he's ready to focus on Phoenix for the next 2 weeks. Joey Logano was the one driver the rest of the NASCAR playoff field did not want to face in this round. Team Penske and Logano are too good in Las Vegas. They have done so well in these fuel-saving races. Paul Wolfe deserves credit for it. Christopher Bell led the most laps and believed he had the plan to come up to Logano. However, it wasn't sufficient. By the finish line, Bell had closed the gap on Logano by half a second, but it was not enough. While the majority of the front-runners pitted for fuel under green, Logano was among a tiny group who remained out and attempted to extend his fuel to the finish. Daniel Suarez led the drivers in the fuel-saving strategy, but Logano took the lead in the last circuits with the support of Penske teammate Ryan Blaney. Much to the dislike of Bell, who had to first pass Blaney if he ever wanted to reach Logano. Running on fumes, Logano fought off the charging Christopher Bell to win the race and secure his spot in the Championship 4, something he has done every other year since the format debuted in 2014. He won the fall race in Vegas before winning the title in 2022. "Oh my gosh," Logano said. "What an incredible turn of events here the last week. We had a fast Mustang. Hey to my kids at home, I wish you were out here, but we're going to the Championship 4 again. I don't know what the deal is with the even year thing, but maybe it's real." He thanked his crew chief Paul Wolfe with a great call as he recalled the race's final laps. "Everybody does a good job feeding me the info I needed. You have to go the right pace to make sure you get in front of the number 99, Suarez, but not get to where the known 20 Bell was going to catch me. Just an incredible day. It takes the whole team to do the fuel mileage stuff. It's not just the engineer, or the driver, or the spotter. It takes all of us together to do it. Total team win. We may not have been the fastest car today, but we were a solid top 5 car and were able to maximize it at the end." Logano has had an eventful week as he was eliminated from the playoffs last weekend at the Roval, only to be resurrected after Alex Bowman was disqualified. Now, he has the chance to become the first 3-time NASCAR Cup winner in this knockout style. Bell, who led the race before fuel became an issue, was stunned following the race. He departs Vegas with a 42-point lead over the cut line, but only Logano is locked in. "I don't know, and I don't think I've come to terms yet," said Bell, who led 155 of 267 laps. "Just a bummer. I think everyone on this team did everything perfect, did everything we needed to put this Camry in victory lane, and unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be." So, despite having the best car of the day, Christopher Bell came short in Las Vegas. Did Ryan Blaney have a role in that? Bell fell short in the NASCAR playoffs in Las Vegas, which might be attributed to Team Penske's collaborative efforts. Bell might wake up a couple of times in the middle of the night this week due to nightmares of Blaney's defense. As Joey Logano won again using a fuel-saving tactic, something interesting happened. Now, we all know not every race is won by the fastest car and driver. It's never been that way in racing, particularly stock car racing. But this time it was quite spectacular as Ryan Blaney finished P32, although he stayed close to Logano late in the race. And this was key for Logano to steal this victory away from Bell. After the race, Christopher Bell discussed the final few laps and Blaney's impact on the result. He wasn't offended and could see why Blaney would assist Logano. Regardless of how much time he had, the 12 car was with Joey trying to play defense for him, so it was going to take the right move to get by him, but we had, 30, almost 40 lap newer tires? "I think it's fair game and props to him," said Bell. "I think the 22 winning was probably bad for the 12, because they're racing each other for points to get in. So, Penske, they won the race and got one car in, so they did it right." Bell fell short, P2 for the day. He had an excellent points day, but none of it counts when the checkered flag was so close to becoming his. Another Las Vegas race ended in heartache for Bell and his squad. They were unable to complete a full day at this track for the playoff race. "I don't think I've come to terms yet. I don't know. Just a bummer. I think everyone on this team did everything perfect today. This thing was obviously on rails. Pit crew did an amazing job. Adam called a great race. Did everything we needed to put this Ream Camry in victory lane. Wasn't meant to be today. It's a whole new race next week. The track means nothing for next week. Fortunately, we were able to go and win in Homestead, but nothing's guaranteed. Just because I ran second today doesn't mean I'm going to finish anywhere next week. Yeah, I think the points look pretty good, which is a positive. You're never safe in this deal. We needed to win today. Unfortunately, we didn't. We'll go on to the next one. And even though he said he wasn't really offended, the words he used did offend Blaney. Ryan Blaney appeared to be dirtying the air behind Joey Logano as Christopher Bell made his late push. However, Bell did not catch Blaney until the final lap at the line. When asked about the race by Bob Pockris of Fox Sports, Blaney appeared angry. He wasn't sure what Bell meant by blocking. 20 didn't get to me until the last corner, Blaney explained. I don't know what the hell you think I'm blocking for. I'm running the top. I'm not taking anyone's air away. He should have maybe got to the 22 quicker. He would have been able to pass me pretty easy, but he was half a lap too late. Ryan Blaney was losing laps and in a poor position. However, after being lapped by Logano, he appeared to ramp up the pace somewhat. It wouldn't be the first time a teammate assisted out in that way. Blaney wasn't directly in front of Bell for several laps, throwing blocks and complicating matters. Blaney ultimately served as a buffer. Bell would have had an easier time passing him because he had a damaged backup car. However, the 20 never reached it to the 12, and no pass was made. We're still alive. It's definitely not the best of days. It was just a rough weekend overall. I don't know what to do about it, to be honest with you, running over something and having a hole in it in practice. And then, just getting clipped by the 6 there. I thought I could get around him and didn't know if he'd come up the racetrack, and then by the time he was kind of on the track, it was too late. I got clipped and bent everything all to hell, so it was just a rough weekend. We still have 2 more weeks, so we're definitely not out of it. Joey Logano has advanced to the Championship 4. Christopher Bell won't forget this race anytime soon. So, while Joey Logano had a career-best performance today, coming up clutch when it counted the most, other NASCAR playoff drivers did not fare well. In fact, more than half of the round of 8 experienced 1 or more issues. Tyler Reddick, Chase Elliott, and Ryan Blaney were involved in an early incident on the track. Reddick was out, and Elliott and Blaney suffered significant damage as a result. That wreck changed everything. Kyle Larson and Denny Hamlin struggled from poor pit stops, so 5 NASCAR playoff drivers were at least 1 lap behind at any time throughout the race. Logano remained calm and continued moving throughout. When it became evident that this would be a fuel economy race, Christopher Bell had to be flawless and then hope for the best. Joey Logano had the edge, surging ahead and waiting for Bell to approach from behind. There weren't enough laps for Bell to come up, and Logano emerged as the clear winner. So, Logano is locked in, but who will be next? And was Bell right to be kind of angry about Blaney's defense? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.